The exciting news, as you guys know, is that we are now riding for Niner. So I have my Niner hat on.
A lot of bikes to put together.
A lot of bikes to put together.
Here are the parts. We are going full XTR on these bikes. We've had our first bike building catastrophe.
Hey team, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here,
I'm Sid.
And I am Mackie.
And on this channel, we bring the mountain bike race experience to you. And it's been a while since we've been able to do that.
And well, part of that is because like... Snowy. But the exciting news, as you guys know, is that we are now riding for Niner. So I have my Niner hat on.
A lot of bikes to put together.
A lot of bikes to put together.
Which is really exciting, but also like a little daunting because it always takes forever.
We have never
want to ride the bike,
successfully had like bike building to do without forgetting at least one small important piece. Like once it was a headset and once it was a seat post clamp. Like there's always been some issue. So we are really hoping that after like what 6 years of doing this,
we're super prepared
that we might be able to do it.
I think we have everything.
Okay, let's go see.
We are gonna start.
Whoa.
I know this is bad.
If you guys didn't see our video, you should go watch it. We cleaned out this shed this summer, and we did a good job.
People to watch that though, and then see this.
Yeah, because we had done such a nice job. But all of these things are like parts, and those parts are going to go on bicycles. So I think we're going to start with a jet. We're going to start with my jet.
Start with like the most like all-rounded bike. And the Jet is their trail bike. It's like 120, 130. That way, once we get those built up, we like have a mountain bike that we can ride, and we can ride that on XC trails, or like if we go somewhere, you know,
with gnarlier
if
trails,
else takes forever, then like whatever.
Yeah, we at least have one bike. So we're gonna start with the Jet. Let's see if we can find one. We have a couple of frame boxes there.
Yeah, here we go. One.
Dum da dum.
Yay.
Show it off because I love this color. Ooh.
Already.
It's so beautiful.
This is the one we're gonna do. This is our workspace. Right in the middle of everything, like always.
I think it's the proper attention.
Exactly. Yeah. Nobody minds, right?
I'll work on the cutting the fork.
Yeah, it's probably
That's the other exciting thing we haven't told people.
I know.
Is that we're riding for Fox this year as well. So we're running 34s on our Jets.
So we are running Shimano wheels this year. This is gonna go a lot easier. They seem like super nice wheels. It's light.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have like a set on it. I always forget that. I'm like, wow, this wheel's so heavy. What does you put the cassette on? I'll show you guys where the crank is. It's funny. It's over here in the drying rack. We did get new builds for everything this year, but this is we're decided to pull an XTR bike off of one of the prototype frames that we had to send back to Jameis because this build like barely got ridden at all. So it makes sense to use it again.
When you don't have a, what is it called? A race setter. But you do have a hammer. This was one of my Christmas presents from my siblings. It's a tube reamer for filing down the top of a newly cut fork. So I'm really optimistic that it's going to work well because I was really tired of filing it down by hand. Guys, this is very exciting. I have an actual bicycle. Look at it. It's so beautiful. I obviously have a little bit of setup things to do, like I need to set shock pressure and seat height, and I actually adjusted the brakes already. Adjusted the derailleur. I do need to burn in the brakes. I also have a new saddle to try out. This is Velo's Senso, one of their Senso saddles, so I'm excited about that.
The face of the saddle looks so
I know.
Good, like,
the red matches the red. Oh yeah.
Riding around in the house, no shoes. Sort of a tricky course. How's it feel?
It's amazing! Okay, so that is 1 bicycle down and only 7 to go. It only seemed fair after I got to build a bike that Sid gets to build a bike.
Yeah, we're gonna alternate.
Oh, it's beautiful. So what is it?
This is the Rocket RQT. It is going to be a super
rocket ship.
light XT bike. Here are the parts. We are going full XTR on these bikes. These are gonna be lightweight XC race machines. We're not doing the dual piston XTR brakes, we're just doing the standard XTR brakes. Again, save a little bit of weight. Let's take a look. XTR derailleur. It's so shiny. I like the black. It just looks like so much more slick than silver. I don't know, it's trendy. There it is. Old giant pie plate cassette. Very excited.
Da-da-da.
Much excited. I don't know why they decided to do half silver and half black, but I kind of like it.
All right, so this is a little Park Tool internal cable routing kit that Sid's parents got me. I'm very excited about.
As you guys know, internal routing has been the bane of our existence for several years.
It's true.
But
we're trying to see how to run an internal dropper post line on this Rocket. And I think this is our opportunity. So basically what we need to do is we need this to go down here and then around here and then up and out right here.
should do. I don't see why that wouldn't work.
All right, that is working amazingly well.
I feel it's like magic.
It does seem like magic.
This works.
And then have it come out of the hole there.
This is literally life-changing.
Oh my gosh, it
Holy
worked!
crap.
That's amazing! Yes!
That's incredible.
Okay, I'm impressed.
Our lives have been made easier by this tool, for sure.
Yep.
That's really badass.
Start it up.
Oh, that thing is amazing! Wow, okay, yep, amazing.
Let's look at this new XTR crank.
It's pretty slick looking. So last year we just had the black crank, which is like a non-series crank.
Which was also black.
It was also black. But the way it attached was like the more traditional that we were used to with like the little lock ring thing.
Okay, how does this one?
This one is apparently slightly different. See how weird that's looking?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's really cold. What's outside? Wow, it's really funky looking. We're stumped.
Welcome to Shimano Technical Education. On completion of this class, you will know how to properly install the M9100 series crankset.
Well, it took a little bit of work, but it turns out we were doing it correctly and we got it on. So it just, apparently 45 to 55 Newton meters is pretty hard. So I just approximated because we don't have a torque wrench that goes up that high. But I think it's all happy.
I'm excited to open this box.
Me too.
Oh my god. So orange!
Oh, it's so orange. It's gonna look so good on this bicycle.
Yes, wow.
Wow, nice.
It's so small.
Is it really light too?
I mean,
Because it's the step cast
feels
one.
pretty light.
Oh, whoa, yeah, that's impressive.
I mean,
Oh, it's gonna be so
slightly
good.
different shade of orange, but
It's close enough. Sid's riding her bike. The cats are not impressed. What do you guys think?
Trying to say like. We're gonna weigh it. What do you guess?
There's no pedals.
Okay.
You have to acknowledge.
Pedals don't even weigh a whole pound.
That's not true.
Do you think pedals weigh a pound? I'm not gonna put GFXs on there.
I still think pedals probably weigh a pound.
No. Everyone in the comments, please tell Mackie that pedals do not weigh a whole pound.
Are you gonna be sad when everybody in the comments tells you that pedals definitely
Pounds, I always learn that a pound is not as much as I think it is. Like every time you go to Whole Foods, you're like, this is not a pound. 24.4. I figured we needed to answer the age-old question, which is, how many lilies does my bike weigh? I'm gonna guess for like 1 3/4 lilies. Why do you think she looks so mad?
Here's another.
Here, yeah, we can also measure in jacks. Okay.
You need 2 cats.
I'm afraid this one's gonna run away.
The 2 cat measurement.
This one's real true.
160. Yeah, 168. Double cat. Okay, put the cats down. They're like, put us down. Sid plus bike. Definitely less than Sid plus 2 cats.
Yeah.
Your bike weighs less than 2 cats. Guys, it's getting out of hand. This is ridiculous, all this stuff. But we are on to the 3rd and final mountain bike. We're building 1 of each kind of mountain bike that we have. We still have 3 other entire bikes to build, plus 2 gravel bikes. So we still have work ahead of us, but we're going to build the Rip. The Rip is the newest of Niners bikes. So it'll just be interesting to see kind of what things have changed. I have all of the parts laid out. I actually created a list because by the 3rd bike, we got tired of like scrambling every time we needed something. So we made a list of all the parts we need to build it up, and they are all right here.
We're
So
good at this.
we are getting good at this. Should we do it?
We're in a bike shop, literally out of the You have better inventory than most people, probably. Here's Mackie's chain ring. He's crazy.
Why is it crazy?
Because it's 36 tooth.
Not that crazy.
Nobody rides 36 tooth.
I might put a 38 on my cross-country bike.
Don't do that.
I think I'm going to.
We've had our first bike building catastrophe. The paint pen exploded while I was marking this.
I think
all
maybe
over the frame and everything. The good news, it looks like there will not permanently be what looks like a horrible blood stain on Mackie's new bike. All
right, things about the new frame compared to the other ones. First of all, they stayed with a threaded bottom bracket, which I really like, because I feel like some companies are going for all press fit now. I prefer threaded because they're really straightforward. And then they do seem to have updated the cable housing a little bit. Brake line goes in right here, comes out right here, goes back in, and then comes back out, which is just really clean. On the other one, it was pretty easy also, but it came out like here, and then you had a longer run of external cable or housing, which I really prefer the like mostly internal on here. Something else I just noticed about this bike, which I hope they continue to do, is this awesome sag indicator that's on the linkage. So instead of having to measure the shock like you normally do to get 30% sag, you just measure, like you sit on it and you see how close the line comes to it and either add air or remove air until it lines up correctly. That is awesome. That will make things so much easier.
Some of us are working harder on this bike build than others. I got catted. I can't do anything. I can't help.
It's not my fault.
I'm stuck. Sit down for 1 second.
It's all built. It is so beautiful. I really would like to go ride it right now, but unfortunately, this is what's happening outside at the moment. Yes, it is actively snowing quite hard.
We're gonna go ride our new bikes. It's gonna be kind of a boring ride. We're just gonna ride on the road, sort of do a test ride, make sure all the bolts are tight. As you can tell, it's like a little bit of snow around, so we can't actually ride trails anyway, unless we drive to Santa Fe or maybe even Albuquerque at this point, because I think Santa Fe has snow. So yeah, we're just gonna pedal around on the road a little bit because we want to ride our new bikes, basically. And also, I think these kind of test rides are really good because then when you do get on a fun trail, you're not like, my brakes don't work, my handlebars aren't tight, etc.
This is the first time you've ridden a non-Jamis in 4 years. Isn't that crazy to think about? This thing feels amazing, given that we're on a paved road and it's a 121/30 mil bike. It's so beautiful out here. And there's a lot of snow. So it's a good thing we're riding on pavement. Overall, things are feeling really good, but I think I may need to adjust my cockpit just a little bit. I may adjust this dropper post lever. I may adjust where my shifter is also, but besides that, things are feeling pretty good. The nice part about this little road section that we are riding is that it just goes down fairly mellow, so you can burn in your brakes, which we really needed to do. And then we're just gonna turn around and pedal back up and make sure everything's shifting well. And that will be the extent of our test ride, but at least we got to ride our new bicycles.
That was a success. We didn't have to use the keys that we carried with us on our road.
Nothing fell down.
Some cockpit adjustments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the
recommend
extent.
Doing a little ride like that every time you build a bike.
Totally.
Otherwise, you like get to the trails and you're like, I want to ride, and your brakes aren't burned in, and then you never burn in your brakes properly.
And then terrible things happen.
Or like you don't have your massive set of Allen keys that can fit to everything.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, it's a step towards riding on trails in 2020.
Yay! We've had a couple people ask sort of about specifics of our bike builds. We're actually gonna do a video shortly that's like every tool you need, every part you need to build a bike, like fully custom build. So if you have questions about the process or anything, throw them in the comments so that we can make sure that we talk about those in that next video.
Hope you enjoyed this sort of chaotic look into us building our bikes for the season.
Maybe it'll stop snowing and we can actually go ride them.
And until that moment, don't forget to be more awesome.